FBI Director James Comey proved he was in bed with the establishment after he refused to prosecute Hillary Clinton, but that was not why he was fired. Director James Comey had a lot of flaws. He allowed Washington corruption to flourish, he undermined the integrity of his office, and worst of all, he allowed terrorism to flourish. FB. On multiple occasions James Comey had information of imminent terror attacks and refused to take the necessary steps to stop the attacks and save American lives. The Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting, the Boston Marathon bombing, and the first ISIS-inspired attack all could have been avoided if Comey took terrorism seriously. In May 2015, free speech activist Pamela Geller held a Draw Muhammad contest in a community center in Garland, Texas. Islam preaches that depicting the Prophet is sinful, and American-based terrorists attempted to disrupt the event. Two men drove up to a security checkpoint manned by Officer Greg Stevens and Bruce Joyner, a security guard. Before leaving the vehicle, the terrorists opened fire on the checkpoint. Joyner dived for cover and was shot in the leg. Stevens held his ground and mortally struck both shooters. SWAT collapsed on the location and shot both terrorists in the head, fearing they were wielding explosives. ISIS claimed responsibility for their first attack on American soil. However, according to 60 Minutes, the planned attack should never have been allowed to happen. The FBI was monitoring one of the terrorists since 2006, and even had an undercover agent travel to Garland with the shooters who was present at the event. The undercover FBI agent was driving in a vehicle behind the ISIS terrorists when the attack occurred. The FBI claimed that they had no knowledge of the incoming attack, which is absurd, as the shooters had 6 guns and hundreds of rounds on their person. The FBI could have stopped the attack but didn't. Luckily, local police acted quick, and prevented the massacre before it started. This is far from the only time that the FBI had sound intelligence but refused to act. Russian authorities warned the FBI that Tamerlan Tsarnaev was planning to bomb the Boston Marathon, but the FBI failed to act on the information, resulting in numerous deaths and hundreds of injuries. Similarly, the FBI had been monitoring Omar Mateen for years before the Orlando Pulse nightclub shooting, which killed 49 people. Mateen had been the subject of 3 investigations and was placed on a terror watch list. Comey removed him from the list after Mateen was married, assuming he put his radicalization behind him. Even after Mateen was mentioned as an asset by a known suicide bomber, the FBI refused to act. Director James Comey has blood on his hands. He had the information and manpower to stop multiple terrorist attacks and refused to. It is unknown why he let the attacks occur, but it is clear that he needs to be replaced by a director who takes these threats seriously and is willing to act decisively.